Today, we're talking about something that's been catching everyone's eye lately, the sudden rise of a new influencer trend in Zanzibar. Have you noticed how social media feeds seem flooded with paradise shots and unique cultural spins?
Absolutely. It's like overnight, Zanzibar has become the backdrop for every influencer's dream content. I'm seeing everything from sunrise yoga on the beach to street food tours in Stone Town. What do you think triggered this sudden boom?
I think it's a mix of things. Partly it's the post-pandemic travel surge. People want to show they're exploring new places, and Zanzibar offers that exotic appeal with its blend of African, Arab, and Indian cultures. But I also wonder if some big influencer just put Zanzibar on the map.
That's a good point. Sometimes it only takes one viral post to turn a place into the next must-visit destination. I also noticed that influencers aren't just posting scenic photos. They're diving into local experiences, like learning Swahili or cooking pilau. Do you think this is genuine curiosity or just for the gram?
It's hard to tell. On one hand, some seem genuinely interested in local culture. On the other, there's definitely a performative aspect. I saw a reel where someone tried to weave a basket, but it looked more like a prop than a passion. It makes me wonder if this trend will last or just fade after the hype.
True, the sustainability of these trends is always questionable, but I think Zanzibar's charm might give it some longevity. The unique blend of history, beaches, and vibrant markets isn't something you can fake. Still, do you think the local community benefits from this influx?
That's tricky. There's definitely more attention and possibly more tourism revenue, but there's also the risk of over-commercialization. I read about some local artisans who are happy for the business, but others worry about losing authenticity. Have you seen any influencers addressing that balance?
Some do. I've seen a few who make an effort to highlight responsible tourism, showcasing eco-lodges or urging followers to respect local customs. But for every thoughtful post, there are a dozen more that just show a coconut on the beach with a generic caption. Do you think brands are fueling this trend?
For sure. Brands love a good story, and Zanzibar offers that picture-perfect narrative. I've seen travel gear, fashion, even wellness brands collaborating with influencers there. It's like Zanzibar has become the ultimate backdrop for lifestyle marketing. But do you think this commercial twist dilutes the real Zanzibar?
In some ways, yes. The risk is that people start seeing Zanzibar as just a pretty backdrop, rather than a living, breathing place. But I also think there's an opportunity for influencers to educate their followers, not just entertain them. Imagine if more creators dug into the island's spice history or the stories behind the doors in Stone Town.
That would be amazing. There's so much depth to Zanzibar's history, the centuries of trade, the architecture, the mix of religions. I guess the challenge is making that history appealing in a quick scroll world. Do you think short form content can actually convey that kind of depth?
It's tough, but not impossible. Some creators manage to pack a surprising amount of info into a 30-second clip. Maybe the trick is to spark curiosity, give viewers a taste so they want to learn more. Have you stumbled across any posts that did this well?
I did. Someone did a mini-series on Zanzibar's dhows, those traditional boats. Each video was just a minute, but I learned about their construction, their role in trade, and even got a glimpse of daily life for the boat makers. It was fascinating, and it made me want to dig deeper.
That's the kind of content that stands out. But I worry about the copycat effect. As soon as something goes viral, everyone wants to do the same thing, and the originality gets lost. Do you think that's happening with Zanzibar now?
It's already happening. Suddenly, everyone's posting photos at the same rooftop cafe or with the same blue door backdrop. It almost turns the island into a checklist. But maybe there's a silver lining. At least it shines a light on places that might have been overlooked before.
That's optimistic, and I like it. Maybe it's a chance for the lesser-known spots to get some attention too. I saw someone recently highlighting the Jozani forest instead of just the beaches. But do you think this trend could lead to issues like over-tourism or cultural insensitivity?
It's a real risk. Overtourism can strain local resources, and sometimes visitors unintentionally disrespect the culture. For example, I saw a post where someone entered a mosque in beachwear. Not a good look. Maybe influencers should be more proactive about sharing do's and don'ts.
Exactly. With great reach comes great responsibility, right? Imagine if every influencer included a tip about local etiquette or sustainable travel. That could make a real impact. Do you think followers actually listen to those messages, though?
Some do, especially if it's woven into the story naturally. But let's be honest, a lot of people are just there for the visuals. Still, even planting a small seed of awareness is better than nothing. I wonder if we'll start seeing more local influencers from Zanzibar joining the conversation.
Oh, that would be fantastic. Local voices could bring a whole new perspective, sharing stories and insights outsiders might miss. It also helps shift the narrative from, look at this place, to learn from this place. Have you come across any local creators making waves yet?
A few. There's a chef sharing Swahili recipes and another creator doing walking tours of Stone Town's alleys. Their content feels more grounded, more connected. I hope they get more recognition as this trend grows. Do you think international influencers should collaborate more with locals?
Definitely. Collaborations can be a win-win. Locals get a platform, and visitors get authentic experiences. Plus, it helps break down stereotypes. I'd love to see more creators showing real interactions rather than staged moments. But do you think the audience actually craves authenticity, or is it just a buzzword?
I think the audience is split. Some crave polished escapism, others want the real deal. But as people become more conscious travelers, authenticity might become more valuable. It's like food. Sometimes you want a fancy dish, but other times a simple home-cooked meal hits the spot.
Great analogy. I guess the challenge for influencers is finding that balance, delivering dreamy visuals while staying true to the place. Maybe that's the future of travel content. Less perfection, more personality. Do you think platforms are helping or hindering this shift?
Platforms are a double-edged sword. Algorithms tend to reward whatever's trending, so originality can get buried. But at the same time, there's room for niche content to find its audience. Maybe it's up to creators to push for more variety, even if it means slower growth.
Slow and steady wins the race, right? Sometimes the most memorable stories come from taking the unbeaten path, both online and off. I wonder if the Zanzibar trend will inspire more influencers to seek out under-the-radar destinations next.
That would be cool to see. Imagine a ripple effect. Today it's Zanzibar. Tomorrow it's another hidden gem getting its moment in the sun. But hopefully each trend comes with more awareness and respect for the places involved.
I hope so too. At the end of the day, social media is a powerful tool. It can promote understanding or just sell a fantasy. Maybe the real question is, how do we as viewers and creators shape these trends for the better?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with. Next time you double tap on a Zanzibar sunset, maybe ask yourself, what story is this really telling? And what story could it tell if we looked a little deeper?
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the latest influencer wave. Let's keep the conversation going. After all, the world's a lot more than just a pretty picture.